doing? Hello, if you haven't, oh, I just dropped all my cards. Hi, I'm Lindsay at Peaceful PDA. If you haven't met, welcome, welcome. If you're new, welcome, welcome everybody. This is our little coffee break. Oh, I can just see that thing. You know, if you have cards where for some reason one of them's the wrong way round, I can't carry on until I've dealt with that. Yeah, and this is our little coffee break where I come and say hi, send love, pull a card when I've organised them. Sometimes we do some EFT tapping, which is really good for soothing and calming the nervous system and regulating wherever we're feeling a bit tense and all up in it at the moment. And I just like to have a little chat, a little share. Some of you come and join us on our weekend get-togethers where it's just like a coffee morning really, but we go on a weekend because it enables people to dip in and out according to their time zones, according to their family flow, you know, night, day, you know how we run here. So we all just like to catch up and connect. So you're very welcome to come and join us there. You have to be a member of the Facebook Messenger community to join the chats. So it's just the way that they run these features now. So as well as being in the Facebook group, which you are if you're watching this on Facebook, then you also have to be in the Messenger community, and then you'll get an announcement at the weekend when I open the chat. So I'll got to remember to do it when I finish the video. I will put a link in the comments for anyone who's looking for that. It's very lovely to be with you all. I am just back from holiday and birthdays. So birthdays being mine and my husband's, we are typical Geminis. We have to have two of everything. We have our birthdays. His is the first day and then mine the next day. So we always kind of have two birthdays that we share. And when Eliza was small, to make it a way of celebrating our birthdays and having a nice time together without the emphasis being on our birthdays, we started a tradition that we'd have a little midweek break when it was our birthdays whenever we can. So we did that again this year. Been to good old British UK holiday Butlins and had our little break. And when I say break, I know our holidays can be, it kind of goes one way or the other for us guys, doesn't it? But our holidays, when I say break, what I mean is really, really exhausting and intense activity time, which I am recovering from. I know for some of you, it's kind of the opposite, and you kind of hunker down in wherever if you manage a holiday, and love to you, I appreciate that's not the case for everyone. But for some of you, you're kind of hunkering down in your accommodation and not really venturing out into the outside world, kind of making home from home. Our girl loves to go and experience everything. So it's kind of like 8 a.m, the big park's open, the cafes are open, go until like, you know, midnight when the shows stop at the end of the day. We're just and then it takes a long time to unwind and settle down. So we get like this bit of sleep in the middle. So feeling quite tired. Although my heart is also full and grateful, you know, that kind of like both at the same time. It's really worked for us. I'm not saying it's the case for everyone, but I know it's nice when you hear people share things as a PDA parent that has worked for them. Sometimes you think you get that intuition, oh yeah, that could be good for my family, especially if you've got younger ones and you're finding your way in these things. It's really worked for us to do midweek breaks. Now, because we are a home-ed family, we're really lucky that we can go when it's quiet. But I know a lot of you are home-ed families. It's cheap and quiet, so like bonus. And if you do that midweek break, it's 4 nights. And so like a lot of the caravan parks and things tend to do that. And that works pretty well for us because it's like we can just about hang on for that amount of time and then I'm like, oh, done. And what else was I going to say about that? Oh, that we go to the same places all the time. So we do good old Butlins, but some of the other classic, all the usual holiday places. And we tend to go to the same sites or the same companies, so the format's the same. So it's very familiar to the nervous system, and it's worked really well for us to go to places, either caravan sites or other holiday places, where there's the setup of you arrive and you unpack, and then you've got your little home from home there, and you venture out to the stuff that's there, but then you've got this place to go back to that's your holiday on when you're home, and you haven't got to get in the car and try things new all the time. It's kind of, you've just got stuff going on which is all like just there and familiar. And that's worked really well for us doing that over the years. As Eliza's become a teenager, she's wanted more, and we did do an abroad holiday last year, which worked brilliantly. She loves holidays, but definitely when she was little, that not too far travel, familiarity, not too long break, you know, all of this stuff really built up a way of her like feeling really soothed in her nervous system around holidays, and made it an enjoyable thing, not a stressful thing, by working with, you know, what she was ready for. And when we were at Butlins this year, and we were watching all the shows and going to the fairground and all this stuff, and I was remembering to our first trip when we went, and she was, I'm not very good at timelines, but she was little, you know, and I remember having that feeling, which I'm sure you relate to as a PDA parent, which came up for me a lot at that time, which was this kind of FOMO, and it was this sense of everybody was doing their thing and we were on the edge. And for me, who's quite extrovert and likes to get in and do things, there was definitely some sense of loss and missing out and sadness that came up around that time, when I couldn't go on the slides in the swimming pool and the rides and all this stuff, and we were hiding from the, you know, people dress up in the big character stuff. Sorry, there's people in there. Was that a spoiler alert? You know, and you're hiding from that, and it's the noise, and you're kind of like staying on the edge, seeing if you can like teeter in to tolerate a little bit, working with the nervous system to come in a little bit. And just looking back, wanting to share that for you if you're in that place, how that did just build. And now when it feels safe, it's so accessible, and we can just dive in and enjoy all those things, and just feeling so much gratitude for that, sending love to me back then, us back then. I kind of like remember having conversations with my husband of like this, like, oh, is this how life's always going to be, where we're going to be out of everything, you know? And also remembering back to this is a word that a friend's introduced me to, that so I'll shout out thanks for that, because I didn't know it before, but those glimmers, even in those moments, I remember it being the first time that we felt able to access any kind of cinema, because they happened to do at this holiday park a silent cinema that was just this really low key. There was a film on the screen and it was just silent and it was quiet, but you could also choose to put the headphones on if you wanted to listen in, and the kids were running around, so there was no demand, no pressure, no overwhelm. And I remember her dipping in and like trying on the headphones, and it was like this sort of intro to the cinema that came to us, and that opened that doorway. But what I want to say is I didn't seek these things out. I just kind of kept the door open to things, and it's amazing when things find you, the right place, the right time, and you can just, you know, find your way into these things. Another one that came to me that we were really blessed, we used to go on these caravan holidays with my mum and stepdad as a way of spending time with them in a sort of destination in between where they lived, and we had these lovely holidays, and we'd spend a lot of time just playing board games and stuff, but we'd go down to the little disco, you know, holiday park stuff. But because it was just mostly retirement people there that week, you know, sometimes Eliza was the only kid, or there was a couple of toddlers or whatever. So they had these activities on for children where they would do, you know, like crafts and things like that. Most of them just weren't her thing at all. But they did a few ones that were like music related ones that kind of sparked her intrigue. And because she was the only one, they just worked with her. What do you want to do, Eliza? And I remember having this incredible experience where she got to, I mean, she was only little, she'd probably be very embarrassed now, but she was only little, but she got to like be a pop star and go on the stage, and they set up like the big screen, and like she named her band or her whatever her act was, and they like helped her design the big screen and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm so blessed to have these incredible things come to us, and it was all just flooding into my memories. And I thought, I'll share something with you. I don't know. Maybe you've got some takeaways from that. Maybe you haven't. I don't know. But I also want to hold space for you, for those of you hearing this and receiving this who are thinking, oh, that's not my life, Lindsay. We don't get to go away. We don't get to leave the house. You know, I know there are some of you receiving it who are in that place as well. And so, for those of you who are in that space, let's do a little bit of EFT tapping. I'm sure everybody's got their own sense of a bit of FOMO and loss and grief and a bit of woe is me, if we're honest, even if it's mixed into blessings and gratitude and the whole picture and acceptance and all that stuff that I know you all hold that sort of highest picture of. But it's okay to hold space for ourselves and you know, be a container as a community together for that stuff that creeps up for all people, you know, but for us, talking about as a PDA parent, that is that voice that's like, yeah, but it's not fair. I'm missing out. I can't, you know, I don't get to do these things. Let's just hold some space for that as well. So if you've not done tapping before, it's super easy. We just tap on some acupoints on the body that soothes and calms the nervous system and the amygdala, that part of the brain that goes into the fight, flight, freeze, fawn response. Whilst we're tuned into what's that thing's activated for us, that emotional, that experience that we're feeling, that tension around that, you know, stuff that we want to push away. And we're going to stay with it and teach our nervous system and our brain that we can stay with it and that we're safe and that it's okay. And it can express these things and it can feel these things and we can stay with it, because when we do that, we allow that energy to be metabolized. We allow ourselves to move that energy through. We allow it to bring its lessons, bring its uplifting, bring its learnings, bring its growth, and release all the garbage that's ready to go as well. So we start by tapping on the side of our hand here. I run a group called the Freedom Centre and do some one-to-one client work. And I was talking with someone yesterday, but I can't place who. Oh, it's just come to my mind who it was now. But we were saying we're both really firm tappers, but not everyone is. So I always have to say you don't have to do it like me. You can just tap really gently or rub or just even tap just above the point. It's kind of like an electrical impulse moves through the skin. It's just to stimulate those acupoints that are just underneath the skin. Okay, and we tap here, and this is where we do what's called making friends with our issue. It's like just, I'm going to accept what's here unconditionally. I can say whatever is on my mind, on my heart, and I don't have to judge myself, and I don't have to push it away, and I don't have to reframe it. I'm just going to be with it. So I'm going to offer some words. If they're not quite the right ones for you, change them up. If you can say it out loud, brilliant. If not, just put some energy behind it as you say it in your head. Even though it's not fair, I love and accept myself. Even though I feel like I'm really missing out, and I feel really sad, and I feel really frustrated, and I feel really angry and irritated. Deeply and completely accept myself, even though I feel like this sucks. Really sucks. Deeply and completely accept myself. And then we go up to the eyebrow and just say, even though this sucks hard, this is rubbish, it's not fair. Just throw yours out there. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Oh, it's not fair. They've got it. I haven't got it. They've got it. They've got it. They've got it. They've got it. I've not got it. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's too hard. I'm too tired. Oh, I'm fed up. I'm sad. I'm desperate. I'm angry. I'm so frustrated. I just can't seem to find the way, and I'm so frustrated. I'm so stuck and done and tired and bleh. I'm not sure what the word bleh is, so I'm just going with it. And I'm feeling all these things, and I love and accept myself. And can you see with the tapping, that's just like a little introduction, just a little opening. We're just working with what is here, just naming it, allowing ourselves to tune into it. Imagine like a radio station with a dial or a button to find the exact frequency. That's what we need to do, and then teach by this soothing of our nervous system with the acupoints, teaching our nervous system and our brain, we can tolerate feeling like this. We don't have to suppress it. We don't have to act it out. We can feel it. We can be with it. We can name it. We're not wrong. They're not wrong. It's not wrong. I'm okay. I'm safe. I'm a good person. I'm a good parent. And what's incredible is in its own time, that energy will transmute. We're kind of alchemists for this energy. Energy is designed to move. Energy, emotion, it's designed to move. But we get all this like clogging up, all these blocks, all these barriers, and we start, getting physical and emotional symptoms going on because we don't know how to hold it and handle it. We've never been taught that. I've never taught that. Were you taught that? Were we taught how to sit with our uncomfortable emotions? Were we? Heck, So we've got to be really kind to ourselves, really loving with ourselves, that we don't flipping know how to do that. And it doesn't feel safe to our nervous systems. We have been taught to suck it up, buttercup, and to mask and to move on. So we're teaching our nervous system, okay, we're doing this differently now, and it's okay. I'm going to be all right. I can feel fear. I can feel anger. I can feel sadness. I can name it. I'm allowed to be with it, and I'm not wrong, and it's not wrong, and all is well. In fact, maybe it's a useful thing for me to be experiencing. Maybe it's showing me something. Maybe it's teaching me something, So we're just retraining what we've been, conditioned to be other than, aren't we? Heck? Oh, aren't we? Heck? Aren't we just, right? All of it and the rest. Our PDA parent journey. Right, beautiful. So I pulled a card out. This one popped out. And these are my beautiful cards that we use all the time for our Friday cards in the group. Wisdom for Healing cards, which are all about personal growth and transformation. And this one, just notice what it invites you into. If it feels like there's some intuition or invitation in this for you, take it, whatever it is. And it is, notice that special person. So is there somebody who is just coming to mind, coming to heart right now, which it's calling your attention to? That they've got something for me. They've got some space to hold. They've got some words of wisdom. They've got something to show me. They've got something to bring me. They've got a way they can support me. Even if I don't feel open to it, I want to. And I'm noticing that. You just notice it. Bring it into your awareness. I can see in the picture, it's kind of tentative. They're behind the tree, like, maybe, Maybe it's me right now. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm speaking to you and you're thinking, kind of want to do some work with Lindsay, but I'm a bit scared, I hear that too. So if you want to chat about if my one-to-one services are something that are useful and correct for you right now, there's never any pressure from me. I'm really hoping that you feel open to say, this is what I'm walking with, Lindsay. Is this something you can help me with? And I will always be honest, and you can just feel into if it's right for you right now. Okay, the card says, today's lesson, on this day, take notice of someone whom you've previously ignored. That person is your teacher, your special angel, and he or she will say something you've been waiting for, just because you're recognizing the beauty of his or her spirit. Your goal is to see that everyone is capable of helping you heal, and vice versa. Beautiful. Right, my darlings, I am going to an alternative market today. Whatever that is, it's called Rebel Makers or something like that. It's got a crafty vibe. The sun's out and it's a bank holiday. What is that? That never happens. So I'm going to go and lap that up. Sending loads and loads and loads of love your way. This is what people do on like ASMR healing videos, isn't it? Like, ooh, sending it down the camera. Okay, loads of love. Take care of yourselves. Speak to you soon. I'm going to remember to put the link for the Messenger community if you want to come and join our chat. It's in my mind now. Yay me. Bye.